Joe? Doing great.
I'm Joe. I'm 65 years old and a retired attorney. After spending 30 years working in the law area, I started working part-time at Trader Joe's a few years ago. I live with my wife and I have 2 adult children. I'm also close with my ever-positive mom who lives in Oregon at an assisted living center. After my double hip surgery 4 years ago, I was better for a while and then I had a hernia operation which stopped my recovery in its tracks. I've recently been suffering from sciatic nerve pain that has interfered with my ability to work, sleep comfortably, drive, or travel. I have therefore had to go back to using a cane and have not been able to continue working at Trader Joe's. My mission statement for the project is as follows. My goal is to accelerate my rehabilitation. I want to walk without a cane at a normal pace, to build healthy physical therapy practices and a sustainable fitness routine to reduce intermittent declines.
From our point of view, Joe's rehab needed to happen from every angle of his lifestyle. In a condensed period of time, we try to focus on several important aspects of recovery, being consistent with physical therapy, practicing gratefulness and positivity throughout the day, and focusing on sleep. We noticed that Joe had developed many workarounds. He uses a cane to walk, leans on ledges to go up to the stoop in front of his house, uses a gripper to reach the ground, and wears 3 sizes too big Crocs to deal with his swollen ankles. The one workaround that especially struck us was for sleep. Joe spends his days and nights sitting and sleeping in the chair to deal with pain. He has a neck pillow that he wears in his chair. Based on our brainstorming sessions, we quickly prototyped with Joe. We really wanted to get Joe out of his chair and into his bed because his sleeping style was contributing to inflammation and swelling of his legs. After some research, we encouraged Joe to purchase a maternity pillow that could support his leg and prevent him from rolling onto his side. Joe reported that he tried the pillow, but that he reverted to sleeping in his chair because of pain. Because Joe initially wanted to focus on PT, we created a prototype around tracking, reminding, and activating Joe to do PT. Through a daily texting exchange, we asked Joe how his exercises were going and how his pain levels were. Joe missed several days of PT because of mood flexibility or nerve pain fluctuations. This discouraged him from responding to us, and we quickly realized that Joe is much more talkative in person, and we feared that he may have perceived us as nagging him over text. We iterated on our tracking prototype and tried to give Joe a more active role with PT tracking by providing him with custom spreadsheets to log his progress. While Joe filled out these spreadsheets, he told us that he did so at the end of the week, and it felt like he was just filling them out for us. We tried to reframe Joe's mindset around PT from something he has to do to something he gets to do, and something where small wins are possible. Due to Joe's history with PT, however, this reframe was unsuccessful. So instead, we tried achieving the reframe through our own workaround, daily gratitudes.
So we started texting one another our daily gratitudes, and it worked really well. Joe started telling his friends and loved ones that he was grateful for them, and gratefulness spilled into other aspects of his life.
I'm grateful for my mother who is still living and able to converse, and I'm grateful that my mother is an optimistic person with a sunny disposition. I'm grateful I can still do some chores around the house like mowing, etc. while I'm doing physical therapy on my legs, and I'm grateful my wife has not given up on me.
Although we wanted to try to get Joe back into bed with our first prototype, we also wanted to help him get better sleep, even if it was in his chair. For this, we gave Joe a Somni sleeping kit, which has made a tangible difference in helping Joe get more restful sleep. Our various sprints and prototypes brought us to our aha moment with Joe. We realized that Joe responds to accountability and positivity. He did and tracked his PT and was quite responsive to our gratitude exercises because he didn't want to let us down when we followed up with him. The goal for Joe's 6-month plan is to return to his part-time job at Trader Joe's, which requires him to be able to walk comfortably without his cane. The plan involves more permanent versions of the prototypes that worked for Joe, and a new health coach, Joe's son. Joe's son is the perfect partner because he's also hoping to get more active, and so we're hoping this two-way coaching relationship will prevent Joe from feeling nagged. Additionally, Joe's son lives in a different state, and so this will be a great way for them to connect more frequently. To maintain a growth mindset and remain positive, we iterated on our gratitude prototype and gave Joe a gratitude journal. As a lawyer, Joe loves books. He has them everywhere. And so far, he has loved filling out his journal with daily reminders of why he is grateful. He also enjoys flipping through the pages to see how he's been grateful over time. For tracking his physical activity and making sure there aren't any intermittent dips, we needed a tracking mechanism that was more passive. And so the Motive Ring, an activity monitor that will also allow Joe to track his activity and sleep by simply wearing it around, was the perfect fit.
We loved getting to know Joe, working with him, and seeing improvements in his physical abilities.
We wanted to leave him motivated to achieve his 6-month plan of returning to Trader Joe's, and so we brought him 2 bottles of wine to our final meeting, and we had him tell us which one he preferred and why. Best of luck, Joe!
You got to get into the 6-month plan right away. First thing is a bottle of wine every day, right?